Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you the most worn scents at the beginning of 2022, this month of January. I don't have that many fragrances to share because I've been wearing a lot of different fragrances, but there are about 5 or 6 scents that have been making a reoccurring I've been wearing a lot of them. So if you would like to know which fragrances those are, then keep watching. Now January, for me, where I live, which is northern central Florida, the weather is very strange. It will be in the 80s one time this week and 21 degrees 2 days later. So me wearing scents, it's day by day. However, there are two main things that really justify me wearing scents. One is weather, and two, reviewing fragrances. So if I'm reviewing a scent, I will obviously wear something a lot more. I do try to remove those from my most worn fragrance videos, but I do have one that I wore a lot of to review that I really enjoyed, so I'll have that in here. But there is one style of fragrance that I found myself wearing a lot the past few weeks that I wanted to share with you. So if I have reviews of any of these fragrances, I will link them below. I think I have reviews of most of them. So if you're unaware, if this is your first time tuning in, hi, my name is Kristin. I am a fragrance enthusiast. YouTube is my hobby. I use it as a way to connect with other people who love scents. So if you enjoy fragrance-related reviews, discussions, chit-chats, recommendations, and the like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also click the little bell so you can be notified when I have new videos. That being said, if you are new to my channel, I wear a variety of different scents a day, normally 2 to 3 fragrances. I have a very weird routine, being an introvert that never leaves my house. I wear a fragrance in the morning. I wear my scent of the day, so if you follow me on Instagram, the fragrance that I post is my scent of the day. That's the scent that I wear after my morning scent. And then generally I have a bedtime scent. So I normally have at least 2 to 3 scents I wear a day, and sometimes I layer. So my morning fragrance. Waking up, it's been cold, but it hasn't been frigid. And one of my favorite notes, my favorite compositions, my favorite ways to smell personally is I love a very dominant vetiver fragrance. Adore it, love it. Holy grail fragrance. One of my top 5 fragrances ever that will probably never be knocked off the list is Chanel Sycamore, Eau de Toilette. Eau de Parfum's fine. We've gotten into that conversation. We won't get into it now. I love a very dominant vetiver fragrance. And in the mornings, recently, the past few weeks, I've been craving a more aromatic, lighter, although not like a discreet, transparent, but a lighter vetiver fragrance. Slightly less, because vetiver is one of those notes where it can be a little bit grassy, it can be dry, it can be damp, it can be vegetal, it can be earthy, it can be almost savory, it can be very, very deep. And I'm looking for like the grassy, slightly dry, little bit green vetiver, not like the deep, earthy, inky, vegetal vetiver like in Encre Noir or Sycamore. And these 3 fragrances are the ones that I've just been reaching for. First, this is an older bottle. It's been renamed. I'm not quite sure if there's been a reformulation. Armani Privé Vetiver Babylon. Gorgeous fragrance. I love this. This is a great layering fragrance too. And then we have Bentley Beyond the Collection Wild Vetiver. This is a newer fragrance to my collection. I really love this. This is the only fragrance from this collection I've tried, and I actually really enjoy this. I like this scent. I'm interested in trying the other scents. I've greatly been loving this scent. It's a very bright, citrusy vetiver. It has a brightness to it, but it does have a beautiful kind of grassiness to it that I enjoy. So on those days where it's a little tiny bit warmer, not super warm, like not hot, but like where it's in like the 50s, it's been a great scent to wear. And if it's still kind of lingering on my skin, I've been enjoying wearing this over more woody scents, so it's been nice to layer too. And one scent that I think is wildly underappreciated. I know a lot of people love this scent. I think more people need to love this scent is Vetiver Eau de Toilette from Guerlain, and I need to get the other version of this. I don't know why I haven't purchased it. This scent is just absolutely fantastic, obviously. I wear this a bunch. Fantastic fragrance, really phenomenal. It just smells so good on the skin. And this has been one that I've been wearing on days where it's been a wee bit colder, just a wee bit colder. So this is like what I've been craving actually wearing. So if I thought about the fragrance profile, the composition that I've woken up in the morning and I'm like, how do I want to smell? Like this, like this, probably more like this and like this, but all three of these have been ones that I've been reaching for a ton. Now this one I only spray once. Like I've had this bottle for years and it looks like I haven't made a dent in it, but this is a fragrance that I usually overspray some of my vetiver fragrances. Not this one. I did it once, mistake. This is a 1 spray fragrance for me. Not a 2 spray fragrance, a 1 spray fragrance. There are other fragrances that I can drown myself in, not this one. For some reason, it becomes muddy on my skin if I spray it too much. So this is one that I'm gonna have this bottle for a very long time. But honestly, this one, which is heavier and more present on the skin, I can overspray this one. So obviously this one has more of a dent in it, but I do love all of these fragrances and I've been wearing these like every morning. They're great. One that I'm excited to finally be able to wear a lot more is obviously Kiki from House of Matriarch. This was a fragrance that I wore a lot last year, but it was the different iterations of it. This was a project that I was with Lola from Lola Scents, was kind of a creative director. I wouldn't say I was a creative director, but Lola and I had a huge part to play in this creation. It was a fun project with Kristin Michelle, the nose and matriarch of House of Matriarch, Lola and myself. This was just a project we did last year, which was really fantastic. And I was so excited to finally be able to wear the finished product. I've just been kind of obsessed with wearing it. And actually the vetiver of Babylon, I don't know why I have a problem saying words, has actually kind of, it's been a nice like transition. It's been a nice transition into this scent. So these two have been nice. It's not been I wouldn't say that it's the most natural transition, but I actually like the way that they kind of combine together. The grassiness really works really well. The ending of that fragrance and the beginning of this one works really nicely on my skin. I enjoy it. So I've been wearing this one a bunch. Now the one that I've been sampling that I've really loved is Continuum from Toomey. This is just a great scent, a designer scent. It's boozy. It's got a fantastic tobacco note in it. If you guys have ever watched my channel, if you have ever seen me talk about a tobacco fragrance, if it works on my skin, I get so excited. The last year, my favorite release was Beverly Hills Exclusives from Unique Luxury. That was the fragrance from the Beverly Hills Parfumery, and Alan really wanted a beautiful tobacco fragrance, and it's just phenomenal. It just still blows me away. I'll link that review below if you want to know more about that fragrance. The reason I'm saying that is my skin is a fantastic canvas for fragrance. So that is why I generally like everything. And I've noticed that there are a few notes, a few compositions that don't work. Tobacco is one of those notes where it just smells like barbecue sauce. It just doesn't work on my skin, but I love smelling it on other people. So when a tobacco fragrance smells good on my skin, I cannot tell you how excited I get. I get so excited because I love the way a dominant tobacco note smells. And this one just smells amazing. It's boozy, it's delicious, it's sexy. I describe this as similar to a tobacco leaf ready to be kind of packed into a pipe. So not quite smoked, not green, not dry. It's just something really sexy, but also very wearable about this fragrance. And I've just been loving wearing this, and it's been just cold enough to wear it. And I also find that even in hotter weather, when it's going to be super hot, I find that there's just a nice balance of this, that I think this is also going to work really well in the spring and summertime when you want to wear those heavier fragrances. I'm excited to wear this then too. And last and certainly not least is a fragrance that I found myself wearing a few days in a row actually, which aside from like my morning scents, which are my utilitarian, like let's get the job done, let's wake up Kristin, let's start the day, which is usually me making a cup of coffee and going straight and playing Animal Crossing until I get my chores done and actually start my day. you're wondering that I don't really have an exciting life, I've talked about it before, we're not gonna be depressing in this video. This scent I love. I've loved it for years. I finally bought it middle of last year during the Labo's City exclusive event, and this is just a gorgeous scent, and it's Vanille 44. This is just a beautiful fragrance, and the weather has been just perfect where this has been just perfect. It's so beautiful and so easy to wear, and I love a good vanilla, and there's just something about this that is just so pretty. And this is another fragrance that's like a 1 or 2 spray. I used to like, when I had decants and samples of this, I used to overspray, but I don't anymore. And I am an oversprayer. If it is a fragrance that I can drown myself in, I will drown myself in it. It will be 13, 15 sprays. I am one of those people. But I do not do that with any fragrance. I found the more I think about it, the more I really only do that with like 5 fragrances. So maybe I'm not an oversprayer. I just like to overspray specific fragrances. Maybe that's what it is. I haven't quite figured out who I am yet in regards to this spraying. I just don't know. But I do know that when I was overspraying this fragrance, I enjoyed it a lot. But I found that when I don't overspray this fragrance, I like it a lot more. Like, there's just something about the subtlety and the nuance in this fragrance that was lost in being drowned in this scent. And I've just really been just loving wearing it. And it's actually my scent of the day. So this is what I'm smelling like now. So I'm wearing it again. But this scent is absolutely gorgeous. Yes, guys, those are my most worn scents this January. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am excited because it looks like the weather is going to be nice and chilly for another few weeks, which means I get to enjoy wearing more of my cold weather fragrances. So I'm excited. Normally it is humid and oppressive. And if you think about soup, like the temperature of soup that you can eat, like not when it's super hot, but like when you can just palatable eat it, like imagine walking through that all day. That's normally the weather of Florida. It's horrible. So when it is beautiful and, you know, not gross hot soup weather, I get excited because I can wear a variety of different scents. So we're in that time of year. I'm super excited. So yeah. Know what fragrances you guys have worn. Have you been reaching for the same scents over and over? Have you been finding yourself trying new things? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye.